let's stay in the SEC, though. Another one where College Game Day was Theo Vaughn. I just want to say this. If I could have been in the room when Theo Vaughn was prepping for College Game Day, I would have loved to just have been a fly on the wall. I want to see what that preparation looked like, because now he came with some Timothy Chalamet-esque kind of swagger on game day. He had some stats, he had some stuff to back it, he had some references. It was like, Theo, ball knower Theo.
Yeah, Theo's great, dude. I don't know how people don't appreciate Theo more. Talk about Bama Vandy. Yeah, you can't talk that much smack if you're Diego Pavia and not back it up. But for Vandy and for Bama, I think really impressive for Bama is 23-31, 340 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception for Ty Simpson. I think Ty Simpson played really good ball. They were 7 for 15 on third down. They had over 100 plus more yards of offense than Vanderbilt. They won the turnover battle. Alabama only had 1. Vandy had 2. And they averaged 3.8 yards a carry. See, which they rushed it 38 times. For Vandy, they only rushed it 18 times and averaged 7.6 yards a carry. So my question is, why did Vandy abandon the run? Yeah. Right now, you look back on that game, but they necessarily didn't abandon the run, but they put it all on Diego Pavia, and he, that's a hard task to go beat Bama at Bama and Bryant-Denny. I think only 2 teams have done it since 2019. That's 2019 LSU and a Texas team back in 2023, that 2022 Texas teams. So Bama doesn't lose in Bryant-Denny Stadium. So yeah, just what a win for Bama. And they keep that momentum rolling. The FSU win, like I said, I think if anything, everyone's going to say, this FSU win against Bama for Florida State is good. I don't think it shows that. I think it shows that Alabama without Jam Miller and without Tim Keenan was a different ball team. I think that's what it shows the most. Now they have that talent back, and Jam Miller, people, don't realize what a starting running back does in terms of they're good at picking up the blocks. It's not always about the run stats. It's about what you don't see on film or what you see on film with the way they pick up the blocks and the edge rushers and stuff like that. But yeah, big win for Alabama. Shout out Theo Vaughn, big Vandy guy, big Nashville guy. I also would have loved to be at that fly on the wall because I think he's hilarious. I saw him shoot his shot with the chick and he got rejected. Did you not see that? I mean,
Jess Sims.
Game is game. Game is game. Game is game. Okay. Ball don't lie. Okay, shoot or shoot. All right, and you got to respect Theo for shooting a shot right there. Yeah. Just overall, though, a really good game. I think this early morning 2:30 slate was a really big blessing. I think it was a lot of good ball to watch early morning, more like afternoon slate with some really good ball. And yeah.
Ty Simpson, in my opinion, might just be the best quarterback in the SEC right now. Threw for 340 yards and 2 scores. He had that early interception. You mentioned the 1 turnover. It was early, and it was when Vanderbilt had the lead. After that, he was on a roll. Among the top SEC quarterbacks, another game under over 75% completion rate, third of those in 4 games. Second career 200-yard game. It's a lot of 2s. 5 consecutive games with 2+ touchdowns to start the season. I just thought it was the red zone for Bama because they converted all 4 red zone trips that they had, and Vanderbilt in the red zone Pavia had 2 turnovers, fumble, and interception. That left Vandy without points in 2 really, really critical situations. Run game, like you mentioned, first half dominant for the Commodores, 126 yards on 12.5 yards per carry, 99 rushing yards. I think that was 9 rushing yards in the second half. DeBoer, big second half adjustments. Bama just controlled the second half. It felt way different. It was definitely a tale of 2 halves. Vanderbilt scoreless in the second. Bama 23 unanswered points. At home, this was a stat I didn't recognize, that DeBoer is 10-0 at home at Alabama and he as a coach improves to 17-3 versus AP ranked opponents. For Vandy, I think they needed to win on the third downs and in the red zones. They didn't do that. Obviously never really got into a rhythm, especially in that second half. And I think they're going to find answers when they start throwing the ball downfield, because I think when SEC play, when you go deeper and deeper into the year, you got to start exercising some different ways to win, and they haven't done a lot of the throwing the ball downfield. They got to do that, I think, if they want to keep winning.
Yeah, Ty Simpson, though, dog. One stat, too, that I looked at was their yards per pass. Ty Simpson, 11 yards per pass for Alabama, whereas for Vandy, 5.7. You talked about how Vandy doesn't take the deep shot very often, and yeah, that's heavy emphasis on that. But Ty Simpson had a hell of a game, and I think he's the Heisman front runner. If not, him and Carson Beck are 1A, 1B for that Heisman trophy right now. And the way he's playing some really, really, really good, sound football. So, yeah.
Yeah, that Heisman race is getting interesting. A lot of names like Mateer. It was Mateer early, and then with the hand injury, he comes out. It was Arch before the season started. God knows where he'll be in a couple of weeks with how this college football season is gone. He could be up, he could be down. We don't know where he'll be.
Yep.
Ty Simpson, after week one, everybody had him in the recycling bins with no chance to be reused. Reduce, reuse, recycle, folks. He was back. Vanderbilt, they fall to 1-62 on the road versus AP top 10 teams all time. So tough one added to that record there for the Commodores.